the Social Security payment schedule for June 2023. This includes retirement, disability, SSDI, and SSI beneficiaries. I have all the details and the key dates you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, another month is upon us, and you know what that means. It's time to get paid yet again. Well, in this video, I'm going to be pointing out all the key dates throughout the month of June when checks will be arriving for about 70 million beneficiaries. So let's get into it and discuss all those details. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video, as I'm here for you every single day to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as well as bring you any updates on Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, seniors, older adults, and of course, people with disabilities, as well as anything coming up right now we can possibly grab and or take advantage of during this very busy, confusing, and uncertain time when we all know we need more money. So again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about all the key dates when checks will be arriving. All right, now first off, before I get into it, I know for a fact I will be seeing comments down below in the comment section that say, we know when we get our checks. Yes, I know you know when you get your checks. However, I want to make this video because the dates in which checks do arrive for beneficiaries changes literally every single month. In fact, for June, it is changing in a big way because of how the first of the month lands on the calendar. As a result of that, the dates in which checks do arrive for the vast majority of beneficiaries changes. Therefore, we probably want to know when we're going to get paid, because here's the thing. Does your check matter? I think the answer is yes. Do you rely on your monthly check? Yes, we all rely on the monthly check. Therefore, if it arrives early, life is really good. If it arrives a little bit later, we got to know that because this money needs to last as long as it possibly can. So anyway, just want to make that very clear. I know, you know when you get your check, but again, I'm laying out the payment schedule because it continues to change every single month. All right, let's talk about June, because in my honest opinion, the way that June is laid out, as in the date in which the first lands on, is honestly my least favorite, because this means checks arrive way later in the month. And again, not a fan, but honestly, there's nothing we can do about it, okay? We just got to deal with it because this is how the calendar is laid out. All right, so first off, let's go through this in chronological order. In other words, start at the beginning of the month and work our way through the end. All right, so the 1st of June is a Thursday, okay? Now, that's going to lay out the rest of the month, okay, obviously. So let's talk through the details. June 1st, it's a Thursday. This is the day in which SSI, about 7.85 million beneficiaries, will be receiving your check. Now, it's not a holiday, it's not a weekend, therefore, June 1st, Thursday, is the date in which you should be receiving your payment into your bank account or onto your Direct Express card. Now, let's go to Saturday, which is the 3rd, okay? If you're one of the people, there's not many of you out there, but if there are some of you out there that do receive your payments generally on the 3rd of the month, well, considering it's a Saturday, you might see your payment pending the Friday before, the 2nd, okay? The 2nd, which is Friday. Now, generally, payments typically do not roll in on weekends or on holidays. Therefore, you would typically get it the Friday before. If you are the person who gets your payment generally on the 3rd, but there's not that many people that generally do, it's mostly the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th Wednesdays of the month, which is exactly what we're going to jump into now. Now we need to fast forward all the way out until June 14th. This is the 2nd Wednesday of the month. Yes, June 14th is the 2nd Wednesday of the month, okay? It's all because the 1st of the month landed on a Thursday. If it would have landed on Wednesday, we'd be talking about checks way sooner in the month. But now, because it landed on a Thursday, this is like the worst of all the situations because checks are arriving way later, okay? All right, so the 2nd Wednesday of the month is June 14th. This is for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month. If your birthday lands anywhere between the 1st and the 10th of the month, you generally get your payment on the 2nd Wednesday of the month, and you probably know this. But again, it is June 14th, okay? You got to understand this because here's the thing. If you're expecting your payment on the 10th of the month, the 11th of the month, the 9th of the month, something like that, and it's coming on the The 14th of the month, again, huge difference there, right? So we got to prepare for all this stuff. All right, so June 14th, the second Wednesday of the month, birthdays between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Now let's fast forward out to the third Wednesday of the month, which is June 21st, okay? Third Wednesday of the month, and this is for those of you that have a birthday land between the 11th and the 20th of the month. If your birthday lands anywhere between those dates, the 11th through the 20th, your check will be arriving on the third Wednesday of the month, which is June 21st. Again, way out there, right? All right, now let's go out to the 28th of the month, way out at the virtually the very end of the month here, which is June 28th, okay? This is the fourth Wednesday of the month. This is for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 21st and the 31st of the month. If your birthday lands anywhere between that range, the 21st through the 31st, your check arrives on the fourth Wednesday of the month, and that happens to be June 28th, way out there, okay? Now I get it. We all understand. We know when we get our checks. Yep, I know that. We know that. You know that. We all know when we get our checks. But here's the thing. Let me illustrate really fast here the differences between the situation that we're dealing with right here in June, which is the 1st of the June lands on a Thursday, pushing the second Wednesday all the way out until the 14th, okay? That's way out there. Now, let's talk about this really quickly because this is illustrating how the payment dates change dramatically just based on when the first lands. Let's just say that the first lands on a Wednesday, okay? This is the best of all the situations because we get paid so much earlier, okay? If the first lands on a Wednesday, guess what? The second Wednesday of the month is the 8th. Get that? So a huge difference here. 1 day difference. You either get paid on the 8th if the first lands on a Wednesday, or you get paid on the 14th if the first lands on a Thursday. Huge difference. And exactly why I said that earlier in the video is because the payment dates continue to change every single month, right? It all depends on when the first of the month lands, okay? It all depends on that. If it lands on a Wednesday, we get paid way earlier. If it lands on a Thursday, we get paid way later, okay? Anyway, that's why I wanted to point that out. So, either way, hope this one helps you out. Just a real quick video here to point out the key dates in which checks will be arriving for about 70 million people receiving Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, and SSI benefits. Now again, your check will be arriving in whatever fashion you typically get it, whether it's a deposit into a checking account, a savings account, onto a Direct Express card, a net spend, whatever it happens to be, wherever you typically get your payment. If it's by paper mail, well then obviously it might be a little bit different, but however you get your payment, that is what it is, okay? One more thing that I want to clarify. No, this is not a stimulus check. I just want to make that very clear so that nobody says down below, you said a stimulus check is coming on this day. No, I didn't. This is a payment schedule for Social Security, SSDI, retirement, and SSI benefits, okay? This is what it is. Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, I like to come back each and every month, break this whole schedule down for you so we can clearly see what's going on here because sometimes the first lands on a Wednesday. Sometimes it lands on a Friday. Sometimes it lands on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and all the other days of the week. As a result of that, the dates in which we get our checks continues to change, right? So I'm not sure about you, but I like to track this stuff very closely because I want to know, when's the check going to roll in? When's it going to arrive? I want to know all of these details because it's very important, especially with this very expensive time that we're living through right now. The difference between 6 days like this, the Wednesday, the first landing on a Wednesday versus a Thursday, again, that 6 days is incredibly important, right? Anyway, I think we all understand this. Anyway, have a nice day. Thanks again for watching. Truly appreciate it. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and catch you again later in the next video.